Welcome back to Tommyknocker. I'm Tommyknocker.
I'm Keto Chris. Last video you saw, we did both conventional brine and keto brine. What we got in here now is all our beautiful meats that we're going to be loading the smoker up with today. Tom's got a trick in here, especially for whole birds and bigger chunks and stuff. I'll let him go over his tip here.
The reason for the tip is really important. The reason for the tip is that you need to make sure that your meats maintain, they have to be submerged during the entire brining process. It does cut back on bacterial counts, and it does actually mean that you're going to get a proper brine throughout all of the meat. Like, you don't want the breasts of a chicken or a turkey floating above the level of your brine solution. You want them submerged. So what I've done, what Keto Chris and I have done, is I've taken a bowl of cold water and I've simply put it on top of the meats that are in my brine solution.
So now this isn't brine water in the top. Mine got a little mixed from when we were moving them over. They just got shook up. But yeah, it's just tap water and displacement. You can actually even put the bowl in empty, kind of hold it with one hand and just pour in until it submerges your meats.
That's a really good practical point. Because sometimes your brine bucket is so narrow you can't get your both hands in, and you want to make sure, so you can put it in empty, you can ladle it in or pour your cold water in there so that it does push down. Now notice that since I took my ballast off, the bird is now floating.
We are now coming to Tommyknocker Smoke Schmear. This is, again, something Tommyknockers come up with on their own, completely unrelated to everybody else.
May I?
Take over, buddy.
Smoke schmear has basically evolved because when you actually try and smoke poultry without some sort of an emulsion on the skin itself, it becomes really dry, very hard to chew. It's not like it's lacking flavor, it's full of flavor, full of punch. And if you want to make a broth or something out of the skin, make it a soup base or whatever, it's an absolutely magnificent material to use. However, chewing it and making it part of your meal is akin to impossible. What we've done at Tommyknocker is we've created an emulsion that has a combination of oil, acids, and salts that will actually draw the flavors into the meat, into the skin, and make it supple so you can actually eat it with the rest of your bird if that's what you choose to do. What I found with some of the keto recipes is that there are a lot of people that are asking for a smoked poultry broth. So let's say you smoke a turkey or you smoke a chicken or a duck. If you can reserve some of the skin and you're making a broth that you can use in future recipes, the smoked poultry broth is really a desirable product to end up with. Chris is now removing the regular chicken from the brine, and he's going to be patting it dry. You always want to pat your poultry dry. And in the meantime, I'm now going to take smoke schmear, the regular smoke schmear package, and I'm going to take roughly 1 tablespoon of the smoke schmear, a tablespoon of mayo. I don't care if it's salad dressing or what you want to call it, just mayo of some sort. Mustard. If you make your own mayo, I know that you're going to be making a full fat sort of presentation. The more fat, the better. That's important for this to actually do its job. Now we're going to make a paste of the mayo, the mustard, and the smoke schmear. And this is the magic. You get to get a little messy. You get to put it all over the poultry, the skin itself. Sometimes I line the inside of the cavity with some of this if I have some left. And at this point, I'd like to say there are two schools of thought. Nothing is entirely wrong. Nothing's entirely right. Chris will take the smoke schmear bird and let it marinate and rest with the coating on it for up to 3 hours in the fridge.
Always. This is a method thing when we were working through these at home. This is just something that came naturally to me. You know, I put the seasoning on, give it a little bit of time before I throw it onto the smoker. Tom, on the other hand, he's just slap it and go kind of guy.
Poltergeist. So now what I'm going to do is smear this in. And yeah, I get messy, but gloves are awesome.
You want it all the way around there. You got to make sure that you get the acid, the fat, and that seasoning, salt with the salt, delivered everywhere you possibly can. Obviously, parts of the bird are thicker and thinner, and and that kind of thing, but you want to get it everywhere to make sure that it's pushing in all the way around. Anywhere that you see the skin, put her in there. I'm with Tom. I put it in the cavity a little bit, make sure it comes from the inside out as well, as best I can. You don't taste the mayo and you do not taste the mustard once this has been put on the smoker and smoked. Those flavors do not transfer over.
Now I'm going to stop just for a second and talk about chicken parts or poultry parts. I will take 7 pounds, 10 pounds of chicken wings, and I'll smoke smear my chicken wings just like this. I'll put them on the smoker for an hour. Sounds like a waste of time. But what I'm doing is I'm flavoring, I'm seasoning those chicken wings, and then I vacuum seal them, I put them in the freezer, and I pull them out so that on my Ninja Foodie, I make the best wings I've ever had by smoke smearing them and putting them on the Ninja Foodie.
Yeah, I've got, a couple, 3 different air fryers at home. Same thing too, you pull these out of the freezer, you stick them in there, perfect every single time. And it has that depth of flavor inside of the depth of flavor inside of the meat, especially when you get to the parts and that kind of thing. We're just gonna take this off, get this cleaned up, and we'll do the next chicken here in a second. We're back here with the keto version of the Tommyknocker smoke schmear. It's gonna be, whether you're using the conventional or the keto at this point, it's gonna be the same ratio and basically the same steps. You just take the keto version of the spice profile, 1 tablespoon to 1 tablespoon mayo to 1 tablespoon mustard here.
We're gonna make up our paste again with our keto version of the smoke schmear. That's what we're using here. And as you've heard us talk about, the keto version has a 0 glycemic index increase. And we're ready to apply.
So I'm gonna just pat this dry first.
When you do it.
Yeah.
Okay, and now on goes the smoke schmear. We're not worried about cross contamination because literally 1 tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon of mayo, 1 tablespoon of mustard is what's used for 1 bird. Multiples thereof, you'd have 2, 3, 4, whatever you're gonna do. And now it gets pushed into the skin of the bird. Try and get some into the cavity as well.
You want to get this in and around everywhere on the bird you possibly can. That's how you're going to get those flavors to penetrate. That's how you're going to get that skin to stay supple. And that's where you're going to get that beautiful flavor all the way through all your meat. Hey guys, welcome back. We're back out here at Tommy's Smoker. And now that we've got these 2 beautiful birds here covered in smoke schmear, we're gonna get them on the smoker and get smoking them.
So what you're gonna notice is the temperature is roughly 240 degrees. Maybe a little bit warm, but I don't think that's off the charts. So Chris, if you would, be so kind. First one with the toothpick is the non-keto chicken. We're gonna put the legs closer to the fire chamber with both birds because the dark meat or the leg quarters tend to require a little bit more heat to come up to temperature. And so they're going to be closer to the end, and I'm going to be putting on a mitt full of.
We got all this extra space. Don't waste your smoke. Stay tuned. We're going to get some other stuff fine to put it on the grill. Tom's going to go over what we're doing for smoke here.
All right. I'm going to put a mitt full of soaked hardwood on here. Beauty.
Now that's what's going to be creating the smoke. So I like, and Tommy as well, loves the big chunks. A lot of times you're going to find in the smaller chunks. That's okay too. Make sure you're smoking your chips before you're ready to start smoking. We set up the fire earlier, got it up to temperature. Those coals are cooking nice and warm for us, and then you throw a mitt full on there once every half an hour for the first 2 hours, so
yes.
4 times mitt full, and then that's it. Too much, it'll taste horrible. Tom's just doing some preventative maintenance here, just keeping the where any potential ash or coal can come out. Always stay safe.
Welcome back. This is the final chapter of our brined chicken.
Smoke schmear.
Smoke schmear. As you can see, the smoke schmear for poultry. This is we showed you how to make the emulsion, how to make the paste that we applied here. All the spices stayed right there, but the mustard and mayo are gone. They will not give you an aftertaste whatsoever. You will have the best smoked chicken ever.
Exactly. The skin is nice and supple. Even though it looks charred, it's not charred. It's not super crispy. Remember, watch the brining video first, whether you're keto, whether you're conventional, whether you're going to do keto brine and conventional seasonings. Watch the video, brine the chicken, follow the smoke schmear steps, and you end up here. Simple as that. You can serve this at any high-end restaurant, no problems.
You can serve it like this, as you see it, over a salad. The breast is fantastic, nicely cut up. There are so many variations.
Amazing.
One of the recipes that I've created from this is Tommyknocker Cajun chowder. It's a smoked chicken Cajun chowder. It is going to be featured in our other recipe section. What we're doing with this tutorial is bringing you up to speed on how to make a smoked chicken.
Tons and tons of applications for smoked chicken, shredded. You can pull this out. I've done
like a pulled pork, but now it's just pulled chicken.
Exactly. Shredded chicken sandwiches. Again, add your own keto avocado mayos and that kind of thing for lunches, all that stuff. We at home we take this, cut it up, and we add the taco seasoning, and then fajitas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How about lettuce wrap? Would you do like some avocado, tomato, salsa, that sort of thing?
Exactly. A little salsa, a little cheese, lettuce. You can do it in lettuce bowls. You can also get the cheese wraps.
Now let's say you're not keto. Let's go off keto for a little bit. Put your hands on some Nolan's dirty rice. Mother, that is just like the best. So I can encourage you, explore and expand, and check out those southern rice recipes. It's a spectacular accompaniment.
But for dinner tonight, you pull this off, you cut yourself some up, you serve it with whatever sides you like. That's for your secondary. What do you do with the leftovers?
No leftovers.
Never any leftovers. All right, guys.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate you being here.
Hit that like button.
Hit the like button. There are going to be many, many more videos to follow. Don't think we're going to flood you with it, but we appreciate your support, and we look forward to speaking to every one of you. And let us know what you think. You got any feedback, hit the feedback button on our website. Tell us what you think. If we've missed something, or you think that there's something you think that we should be making, grandma's, whatever, tell us. We will endeavor to do our best for you. We'll do a shout out to you. So, thanks for your input. And we're going to do something special for those that enter contests, like the Smokers Contest somewhere in the Southwest and Midwest, Northern, doesn't matter. You enter, you win, we'll have something for you. So reach out to us, we'll do something.
Remember, guys, great spices
are always in season.
They never go out of season.
They're always in season? They never, what? Okay, cut. You do this to me all the time.
It's because you're old.